Hey, Jeff, Doris, and I are. Hear you fine, hear you fine. Let me adjust my headset. Okay, no worries. Okay, I got to run a show in front of me, actually. Nicole just brought it. Actually, I like what Lisa gave me. Thank you. All right, thank you. Hey, Doris, you can hear me, right? I can't hear you yet. Hey, welcome everyone. We're here in the San Jose Convention Center. We are live for the Men's World Cup. I'm Don Anthony. I am president of USA and a member of the executive committee of the FIE. I'm joined by Doris Willett, a Olympian from the US, also from the Bay Area. Today we're going to be having some of the best fencers in the world competing. They've already competed. We're getting ready to see the final four. This is the individual final. We have four fencers left, and we had a field today starting with 191. And before we get started, there's going to be live entertainment. We're going to have a nice mariachi band, and we are getting ready to go live shortly. The finalists for today will be Saffin. He will be fencing Jeremy Kadoo. And the other final will be James Davis from Great Britain, Yuki Ode from Japan. Of course, Mr. Saffin's from Russia, and Mr. Kadoo is from France. Doris, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So we have a great lineup for you. We started today with 191. We had a number of U.S. fencers starting off. We were fortunate enough that today U.S. fencing is a very strong power. We had the number 1 in the world with Racing Bowden. We had number 3 in the world with Alexander Macialis, number 8 in the world with Garrick Meinhardt, and number 11 with Miles Chamley Watson. Unfortunately, none of them are here in the final, but we all fenced well. Today, the U.S. had 8 fencers starting in the 64. It's been an amazing day of fencing.
It has, and it's nice to see that in the final we've got a good variation. So no one from the same country, which is always nice.
Always nice. We had some surprises leading in. We had a great result from our Tunisian fencer, and he was able to make it to the top 8, lost to James Williams. And it was really nice to see Roman to show up. So we're going to be fencing foil today. And for those of you who are not familiar with the rules, it'll be 15 touches to win. There'll be 3-minute periods, 1 minute in between. The target area is the torso. The fencer taking the initiative has the right-of-way. This is one of the right-of-way weapons. And the scoring is electronic with the point hitting the metallic vest or the metallic part of the bib. So we have been really fortunate to be in the great city. We've had a lot of fan support. We've had a lot of people from a lot of the different clubs. You know, the Dominant Club, which is also Doris's club, where her brother still fences.
Yeah, lots of great representation.
The Macialis Foundation with the M team. None of the members of the, quote, U.S. part of the M team were able to make it into the final, but we do have James Davis, who from Great Britain, who trains here at the Macialis Foundation. So the Bay Area is represented. It's been very nice to see a lot of the kids coming out to really enjoy seeing someone who works with them, gives lessons on this world stage. It's been a great venue for fencing. It's been very nice because, as you can see in the photo, it's a nice, large venue. It's given the athletes a lot of space to compete, but at the same time, it's not so large that it's not intimate. Mm-hmm. And I've heard a lot of comments from some of the young fencers. A young man, Jack Richards from Albuquerque, was asked, you know, so how was your day? He said, well, how else could it be? It was great. You know, he's got the chance to be so close to all of these fencers.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's also so good for the kids to just see the level that fencing is at right now. And this is, you know, they can get here and to be able to see it and being able to imitate it when they go home and know that they have something great to go towards is also really nice. So glad that we've got a lot of people here to watch and support U.S. fencing.
Support U.S. fencing and world fencing. You know, the thing that I've really enjoyed is seeing, you see right there, the gentleman in the gray jacket, Mike Sullivan. Mike was on the U.S. team, NCAA champion, former treasurer of USA Fencing, and he's out. He's a fan.
Yeah.
Came in from Florida just to be a part of this great event. So we've had, you know, a lot of people who haven't been around fencing in a while, and now they get the chance to, you know, see this world stage. Mm-hmm. And the level of fencing has really been amazing.
Oh, definitely. And I think, I mean, as you were saying earlier, there was a lot of upsets, a lot of really exciting matches, things that you wouldn't expect to see. I mean, even Ovola's always been good at kind of sneaking his way in there, but a lot of the bouts he had today, great fencing. He really had to fight a lot of those matches. And then, you know, same with Saffin. I think that he came in seated relatively low, and was able to really fight his way to the top. So it's been a really exciting day, and definitely looking forward to seeing how these guys pull it out in the finals.
You know, Tamir Saffin, it's sort of funny because we know that he's one of the top fencers from Russia, but currently he's ranked 72 in the world. Mm-hmm. So, which means he had to fight his way in here and able to fight and make it all the way, you know, into that final four. Of course, this is an Olympic trial. for all of the different teams. It will qualify in selecting which athletes get to compete in Rio, and so it's really a big deal.
Yeah, everyone's putting in everything they have right now, so this is not an easy time to be making the top 4.
I would say, from some of what I call out of the U.S., some of the young guns, where I was really surprised. Young man from Colombia, Nolan, fenced a great bout, in the 64, lost 15-14. Wasn't, he's contending for our junior team. Wasn't even on my radar. Fenced really, really nice. And that just shows you the level and the depth that we have right now.
The depth is definitely so crazy. This tournament's so strong, and men's foil is just so great right now. The athleticism and the strategy and the tactics that you see, I mean, men's foil has grown so much, or fencing in general, but just being here today and being able to see all of that has been so great.
In that last shot, you just saw a nice shot of some of the referees as well as some of the fencers. You saw, Florin Georgi, Romanian, one of the top referees.
Yes, he's great.
And then, you see him talking to Ayub Ferjani, who is also a top referee, but now he's back to, fencing again, Tunisia.
I know, yeah.
I was joking with Florin. I was like, didn't you used to be a referee? And he was like, hey, Florin said, that was the fat Ayub. Now this is the skinny Ayub, and he is just amazing. So we're going to check out for a second. We're going to let you guys enjoy the Mariachi band. They're coming on, and after they're finished, we'll get the final start. All right. Well, thank you for a little of the local hometown entertainment as the Mariachi band goes off. Gives the audience a nice little warm-up. Now we're getting ready to get into the main event, and should be very, very interesting. We've got Jeremy Kadoo from France. Currently, we got the house announcer, Mr. Peter Bouchard. We've got Mr. Kadoo, who is ranked 7th in the world. He's fencing Saffin now. Saffin's ranked 72, but he also took the bronze medal in Kazan 2 years ago.
Pretty good results. Yeah, definitely a strong fencer. So I think it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, so I expect this to be pretty good.
Before we get started.
So we're going to be seeing the athletes come out. We'll see the referees come out, and what you're going to see now will be a little bit of a cat and mouse. Doris, tell me from having been a 2-time Olympian, this being your weapon. Tell me what are the athletes feeling right now as they're getting ready to start off in this?
Honestly, a lot of it's okay. I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to fight for this, and you're up there, and you're not thinking about kind of the audience or anything else. It's like, okay, you're getting focused, and you're getting ready, and you're going to fight for everything. So a lot of it's just like honing in on that and feeling pumped by the energy, but not letting it distract you.
And here we have the athletes coming out, being presented. And they're going to be coming out. We have leading them out is Christine Simmons. She's our national tournament director. And Mr. Saffin first coming out. He's right-handed. He's 23 years old. As we have said a few times, he's ranked 72 in the world. We've already mentioned that he's been 3rd in the world in Kazan, Russia. Took a gold at the Junior World Championships, defeated Alex Macialis from the U.S. in that one. And he's a Senior World Cup member, and he's also beat a couple of others. He's lost to Kadoo 15-14 in Bonn this year. Next, the gentleman, Mr. Kadoo, right-handed, 28 years old, currently ranked 7th in the world. 2013 World Team Bronze medalist. Won this event in San Francisco last year. Fenced very nicely. Was top 8 in Moscow, and he won bronze in Bonn. So this is a little bit of a rematch for these guys. Obviously, they fence each other. They know each other.
And it was close, yeah.
Yep. Mr. Davis.
Local favorite.
As you hear the crowd behind him, he's got his kids on the front row. James is lefty, 24 years old, ranked 14th in the world. Final medal on the circuit was 2013 St. Petersburg. He won the 2014 European Championships, major strong event. Obviously, as we said, trains with the Macialis Foundation in San Francisco. He fenced Oda twice last year. He won in Paris, and he lost in Bonn. So this will be the rubber match for these guys. Mr. Yuki Ota. Yuki is right-handed, 29 years old, currently ranked 2nd in the world. 2015 Senior World Championships where he beat Alex and Garrick, and he fenced out of his mind, unstoppable in that. 2008 Olympic silver medalist and 2010 Senior World Bronze medalist. He's also a member of the executive committee of the FIE. He was the athletes rep, elected by the athletes.
Yeah,
and,
I voted for him.
You voted for him, and it's really such a high honor, to be selected by your peers. Got Doug Finley, who's coming up from the United States. And then Mr. Machado from Portugal. Doug was voted the #1 foil referee in London.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. Resides in Columbus, Ohio, my hometown. Now he's a coach as well.
Yep.
And loving it. Got Mr. Pistacchi from Italy. And then Florin Georgi, I would say right now is probably considered the best foil referee in the world.
He's great, yeah.
Yeah. All these guys are first class. And I guess they are ready to.
And let's get started.
All right. Let the games begin.
It's going to be a good day.
It's going to be a good day. You know, I mean, when you think about how many bouts these guys have had to fence, now, you know, with Saffin, he's had to fence 2 days. This is his second day. And then when you realize that this is, you know, you start an event like this, you've got 30-something people who can obviously win easily. And there's probably even more than that. But when you get down to this Final Four, that means that on this weekend, this is the best of the best. You know, the athleticism that we've seen has been amazing. I think, you know, also, you know, you have to give a testament to the coaching.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I think it'll be very, very interesting to see, you know, how these two match up against each other.
I think it'll be a good match. They're both fencing well today, clearly. They've had close matches in the past, so it's going to be exciting for sure.
So, once again, the rules for this event, you know, it'll be a 15-touch bout. There'll be 3 periods of 3 minutes. There'll be a 1-minute break between the bouts. The target area is the torso. The fencer taking the initiative has the right of way. That's what that referee has to determine. Who started, who finished, who has the right. And scoring is on the mask. On the torso and the bib of the mask. See Mr. Saffin taking the initiative, being on the attack.
Nice finish by Kadoo.
Kadoo finish. He started the attack. Saffin tried to make a stop inside. Couldn't slip it. Mr. Finley says he wants a little distance. Kadoo makes the attack. Saffin's able to make a nice pair of reposts. Ties up the score.
Really nice timing on that.
Kadoo felt him stepping in, hit him with a nice stop thrust, 1 light touch.
So he's just working that, drawing in the counterattack really nicely.
Yeah, being very patient, you know, finishing it off at the right time.
He knows where he wants to finish, yeah.
Yep. See Saffin coming forward, blade back. Please, try that stop cut. Try that stop thrust. Sort of baiting him.
He knows he's not doing so well on the defense, so he's got to push.
The attack is off target.
Nice touch.
Line. Put the point in line. For those of you who don't know, if you establish a line, you have to take the line out if you're going to try to make an attack. And now,
Nice
because he established that line, now he's working off the line. You know, rock, paper, stone. You know, he's got the one. Now he can work the other.
Yep.
Yep. Tap for Kadoo.
It's tough because on those counterattacks, he finishes so well. He's scoring better when he can do the attacking preparation like the last touch he scored.
Yeah. Because it takes that really fine feeling to know exactly when the right time is. Like
exactly.
that. Just like that. Yep. He felt him. He knew he had the tempo. One light. Attack is off target. Kadoo is a little upset. Couldn't get his point on. Yep.
Very nice
Kadoo's attack. Saffin wants to get a video replay. He's thinking that he was able to make a pair of reposts or a beat cut.
He's arguing for attack and preparation. Because so Kadoo was a little big with his actions, but I still think it was Kadoo's attack. Oh, change.
So
again, that's good for Saffin because he knows he needs to disrupt that attack. It's a hard attack to get into, so that was good.
And it's good for, the referee is acknowledging that I see that, so he can build off of that. Straighten up his blade a little bit. They're going to take a break. Let the time run out. We got a 1-minute break here. So, for those of you who have tuned in, first of all, thank you very much. Would like to also, for our listening audience, thank you for not only just tuning in, but also the support of USA Fencing. We have started a new campaign. Text to 41444 to make a donation to USA Fencing. If you type in your text message 41444, type fencing in, and that will take you to the hyperlink that will allow you to make a donation. Any donation is appreciated, whether it's $1, $5, $10, and for those big heavy hitters, we'll take that $1 million donation as well.
No complaints.
No complaints. So we have just started a new relationship with Mobile Cause, and that we are hoping will be a very fruitful relation as we build for this Rio Games. It's expensive to put medalists on the podium. We got a team, especially in men's foil, that can do that. We've got it in saber. We've had a really great year in great world championships in Moscow for sure.
Definitely.
Very
nice attack.
That's the tempo, and that's the one thing that we haven't seen from his side. He's been on the defense, so now that and once again, as we call fencing physical chess, he's established it, and you can see him now. He's starting to build. He's got established defense. Kadoo is a little hesitant. Now he can work on his attack. And working he is. A lot of that also comes out of your coaching corner. We have no idea what the coaches have told him, but obviously, whatever it was, it's being effective.
Yeah, it's a second set of eyes that can help you see things that you're missing or just help.
So Mr. Kadoo wants to change weapons. You know, you change weapons is sort of a combination of two things. One, I don't like the way he's feeling. Two, I just need a little bit of time to get my head.
New strategy. I mean, here he switched up entirely, so smart move.
So Mr. Kadoo wants to change weapons. You know, you change weapons is sort of a combination of two things. One, I don't like the way he's feeling. Two, I just need a little bit of time to get my head together. You know, what am I going to do about this guy that just ran, you know, a bunch of touches in a row on me? Wow. Well, now you see why the 72 ranked fencer, who's also taken a bronze medalist, is having a pretty good day today. He's got a really nice feel.
Yeah, he's got the timing. He's being really disciplined and smart.
Same tempo, good timing, just point isn't on target. See, this is when, you know, your opponent becomes so dangerous, when he's feeling it. You know, he's like, okay, I know what I have to do now.
That was a little messy.
Yeah, and they both are like, you know, hey, my touch, you know, let me get the referee to agree.
Yeah, I would fight for that too.
Did you see the match with Racing Bowden and the first match when they were just
Aspromonte?
Aspromonte.
Yeah,
and they were
yeah. You gotta fight for it.
Oh yeah, that's posted on YouTube. That's worth seeing. And Saffin comes. Kadoo is like, you know, why? His coach is like, oh, no, that was right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
And you have two of the best referees here, both on video and refereeing.
Yes,
so
you do.
You tend to trust them.
Yeah. And you know what? As a fencer, that really, it's so helpful. Love that attack. Did you see how he went from before he was like fast, fast, fast? This time he was just slow and smooth.
Key, mixing up the tempos, making sure it's not predictable. That one, it looked like he hit. It just didn't go off.
Yeah. Well, it's still Kadoo's attack, though.
You are in no goal, yes? Huh? Don't play.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Nice tempo touch. You know, people don't realize a lot of times to make that, how good balance you have to have and how much control you have to distance. Saffin returns the favor.
Yeah. Very, very nice.
His tempo and just feeling right now.
It's good. He's kind of approaching with open eyes and able to really finish strong.
Low pair of repos. Where's the kitchen sink? I'm just waiting for him to throw that out there now.
I think, you know, it's in Kadoo's best interest now to get a little bit more control over that point because he's getting hit on so many hit and getaways. He's got to make his actions a little bit smaller and be able to get that point in a little sooner.
Yeah, and he's got to do that a lot of times before the end of this bout right now.
But you never know.
We've seen it. There's no margin for error, but we've seen people melt down.
It's true.
But, you know, I think the difference in this is you see Saffin being so controlled right now.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and that confidence level. I'll just stay in there. I'll make the touch. So we have our first finalist into the final two. Timur Saffin. nicely done. Nicely done. So, who says the 72-second seed can't just like,
It's like you were
rise
saying
to the
earlier, it's all
occasion?
about the depth. There's so many strong players here, and sometimes it's a little bit of a crapshoot on who's having the best day.
Yeah. So our next bout will be Mr. James Davis and Yuki Ota. James,
I'm going to be biased in this one, I'm going to be honest. James is from my club, so,
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I can understand that. That's sort of, I was joking with Greg Macialis and saying, we didn't get our Americans in, but at least we got someone who trains here.
Yeah.
So, of course, Yuki Ota is a, world champion. He's a colleague. He is just a great, not only fencer, but a representative of our sport. So,
That's true.
And both of these gentlemen are just total class acts. So I'm looking for a really good bout. It's also going to be an interesting difference in styles. James
Very different, yeah.
Yeah, James is a big guy. He's and I think to the testament of what his current coach Greg Macialis has done. His technique has gotten very good, and he has a really good depth as far as his game is concerned.
And today he looks so good. He's moving well. He's very confident. As long as he can kind of keep that up and be able to shift and change in the bout as needed, it's going to be good. And then same with Yuki. He's always been such a fighter, and I think this bout will be good. And like you said, just to see the quickness and the speed and the very tight footwork and the long attacks versus James's like longer, bigger steps, stronger finishes, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. It's really almost a matter of which style is going to prevail right now. If both of these fencers are at the top of their game, it's really just a matter of sort of the chess once again, back to that, whose strategy, whose tactics, and which one of them is going to be able to persevere.
Definitely.
Coming out of having seen Yuki in Moscow, if he's in that kind of role, there was no one who could even stop him.
Yeah.
Because he was controlling the distance so well and then exploding. Now if James is able to use, if he can control the distance, then it'll be a whole different story.
Absolutely.
Because he's got the length on it.
And I'm sure there will be a lot of back and forth, so it'll be good to see how the game shifts from start to end as well.
So one of these men will be getting the opportunity to face Mr. Saffin, who dispatched his opponent in fine form. He is fencing very well.
Yes, he is.
Very, very well. Good fail and good tempo. You see the home crowd advantage definitely goes to Mr. Davis. You don't have to just be biased. The whole crowd is a little biased right now. Yuki got the touch, but he also had to pay for it. He got hit, looks like on his backhand or elbow.
Yeah, we've all been there.
I can't tell. Elbow. Oh, he got hit on the funny bone. Yeah. Or inside. What did he get hit?
Oh, I think it was the chest.
Chest. Okay, I couldn't tell what part. You could tell there was pain. You just couldn't tell where. Wow.
Nice timing on that counterattack.
Wow, he is just controlling it. So, and it's just such great balance and tempo right now.
Very nice.
James comes back. If you're going to come close, you better come right, because I will take it back.
Exactly.
You know, that's one thing I noticed in some of the last bout defense that I saw was he's almost dancing right now. It's almost like the Muhammad Ali's float like the butterfly, sting like a bee.
Oh, his footwork is unbelievable.
Yeah, and he's just floating.
And with such control.
James Davis wants to get his point checked. He's like, how did I miss that? Well, obviously you just didn't get the point on. So. And that's that's the other side of the game. If he can catch Yuki coming in, Ota, he will be able to get that stop thrust in using his length. I mean, you know, there's literally about a foot difference between the two.
I know, he definitely has to find the distance.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's exactly what Greg was talking about. Give the blade, make them think you're taking the blade, and they just finish with the point. Executed very nicely. First action, no. But the advantage is there's only one light.
Beautiful attack. Finishing very nicely to the outside line.
Yeah. Now Mr. Oda wants to change weapons. You know, a big part of that was the first time he's really established his ability to make attack. This has been a defensive game up to that point. Both of their defenses are working very effectively.
Oh, very nice touch.
Nice. Once again, defense rules. Comes in, takes the blade, pair of repos. Boom. Change right down to that line. First time Yuki's ever been able to establish his direct attack.
I don't know if I'd call that one direct, but definitely, definitely very patient and
no blade,
waiting to get it in there.
No blade contact.
Yeah.
How's that? Wow. Looks like he got hit hard again. James is making him pay. He may get the touch, but he's making him pay. Ooh.
Good.
Such good timing and tempo between these guys.
That's good. You know, he's got to use the advantage of his height. You have to use everything that you have.
Yep.
Yuki's going to use his speed. James
As we
has got to
just
get
saw
in
that,
there.
just boom.
Nice touch.
Yeah. Would you call that one direct?
What's that?
Would that be direct?
Nope.
This is.
Nice touch. Nice parry post.
No, parry post and remise.
What's that?
Parry post and remise.
Yeah. Hey, you don't want to stop until you know the point's yours.
That's right.
Very nice. Both of them are now primarily scoring on the offense, so it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
what the next touch is. Risky.
Same thing again. Tack off target. Yuki is like, I think that was really my attack. Why don't you guys take a look?
Which is a fair ask. I mean, you're getting towards the end of the bout here. I would probably be using this time too to not only ask to see if it was mine, but to think about what I want to do next.
Yeah, exactly. He has nothing to lose. He has 2 videos. Call stays.
Beautiful touch.
Wow. Same kind of thing. Missed first time, redoublement. You know, take over it again. Only can do that if your balance is almost just totally perfect.
Yeah, his change in direction is so good.
Yeah. And they both
What did you think about that one?
I can't say. They both went for the blade. They both took it.
Yeah, if they're both taking the blade, it has to be the forward motion that gets it.
And here we got a pair replay here. They come forward.
Yeah.
Oh. James is stronger.
Yeah, if 2 people are taking the blade, it goes to the offense.
We got a good one on our hands here. Let the clock go down. The coaches will come out. And this is where the strategy talk goes in. This is what's working. This isn't what's working. This is what you need to do. Try this. You know, you get Oleg over here. Now, Yuki works with Oleg all the time. Great coach. James, he's got the British coach. That's not his personal coach, though. So it's a little bit different. But, you know, they've been working together all day. So I think they've got a pretty good idea of, you know, what's good, what's not, what's strong. So my expectation is that, you know, this little time. The other thing is both of these guys are in amazing physical shape. So
definitely,
you know, fatigue will not be an issue. We were in Lausanne, Switzerland for a executive committee meeting, and, you know, both flew in, getting ready to go dinner, see Yuki coming in, just got my 3 miles in.
Yeah.
So
these guys put in a lot of work to be where they are.
They put in a lot of work, a lot of conditioning, not just the fencing, but just that physical work. And they are giving us a great bout.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the repost. You know, the thing was, James stopped. He was ready for the repo, and then it didn't come.
Yeah.
And back to the bread and butter. I'm longer. I'm going to take advantage of it. Remember, you just said it gone to an offensive game. Now it's back to the defense.
And that's how it should be. You know, everything's changing and shifting.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Back to offense.
This next touch is going to be very critical.
It's right, because we're getting toward the end. It's momentum now.
Oh, no.
And that was a well-needed touch. Now it keeps it. This will go down to the wire probably at this point. We've had a number of lead changes. Never any big margin. Speed demon strikes again.
Yeah.
Fast footwork, get in, close the distance.
Beautiful
boom.
touch, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Yuki's found a really good way to get in distance. Oh, nice touch, James.
Yeah. He got the attack. And Yuki knew I meant to go high, low, and he said, I didn't change the line. If he had, he would have probably closed it out. I didn't know this was a contact sport.
Well, you do now. Oh, nice touch.
Was that a direct attack?
Close enough. Close enough.
I look like a straight lunge attack, almost as close as it gets in this game these days. Ooh, he thought he had him. He thought he had him.
Oh. Oh. I think he really needs to push on this one. I would push if I were him.
Yeah. He thought he had him, and it just that second of loss of concentration.
It's tough when he's stuck back here and you can't move. Yuki has all the advantage.
All the advantage, and knows how to use it too. James just wanted to stop to collect his head, get his mind right.
Nice touch. Yay!
Oda asked for the replay, but it looked like it was James's all the way. I think Mr. Davis is going to advance, but you never know until the referees take a final look. It's so interesting how...
There's a chance. His arm was a little bit back. I still think it was James's.
Yeah. And they... Ooh. Still...
Yes.
Yep. It was his attack. Mr. Davis has advanced to the final. So it'll be Mr. James Davis from Grand Breton with fencing Mr. Saffin from Russia.
Very excited for this one.
This was that was a really, really nice bout.
Yes, it was.
That was a really good bout.
Yeah, you got
Class
two clean
acts.
fencers, and Yuki's such a beautiful fencer, and
Beautiful fencer.
James also coming up. I feel like he's newer to this level than Yuki, and so it's nice to see him come here and want it so badly and be fencing so well for it.
And it's he's been a European champion, but there's nothing like coming off into an Olympic year and just getting this kind of start.
Absolutely.
Puts him in a very nice position right now. You see Dean Hinton, one of the coaches from the Masialas Foundation, who gets to work with him.
Good old Dean.
Hey, Yuki,
nice fencing.
Can you come over for 1 second and talk to us? Okay. Jeff, I want to put Yuki Ota on the headset as he's coming off. Get his microphone on. There's only one microphone.
Here, take this one.
Okay. Switch with Doris. Okay.
Hey.
You can hear me, Yuki?
Yeah, I'm Yuki.
Okay. Yeah. Yuki, first of all, amazing bout. Beautiful, beautiful fencing.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for, taking the time to come with us. What was it like fencing James today?
He was so good, and he's a tall guy. So I tried to, broken his distance, but today is his amazing performance.
You broke it so many times.
Yeah, but it's enough. Yes, 2 touches, yeah.
2 touches?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were able to break it. You got him going. You hit him on a bunch of counterattacks. You felt it then, and then you were able to explode at the end. What changed down the line at those last 3 or 4 touches?
it's in end of the match, my speed will down, So I have to change something, I have to wait his reactions, for example, counter turn or something like this. But his touch is so long, It's
so long.
So many times I lost his alley or something counter attack like this. Yeah.
Well, beautiful performance. Congratulations
Congratulations
again on Moscow.
Thank
you were amazing.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
thank you for taking a little time with us. All right, appreciate it. Okay. That's Yuki Oda. Amazing Yuki Oda. So we got the Mariachi band coming in. Doris says, I got to get some of the sweat off my head, the headphones that I donated for. So. But, he's such a great champion, on so many occasions you would not necessarily, get somebody coming off the strip, being in that positive. But that's the level of respect that, these guys have for each other.
Positive guy, and he's really one of those people that's so well respected in the fencing community and represents all of us very nicely.
Yeah, and what I liked about that bout was one of the things that I like about fencing is that you can be his height, which is a small stature. You can be James Davis's height, which is a much taller stature, and at the same time, you can still get some, really good results. I'm going to bring Greg Macialis over here so we can get a quick interview with him. Doris, you're going to give up your headset one more time. He's not sweating nearly as much as Yuki. So we got Greg. Greg, you've seen Yuki Oda on the world stage. He took out our fencers here. now you get not from the U.S., but one of your students. How does it feel? I'm going to drop your mic a little bit. Go ahead.
It's great. I mean, this is what we sort of trying to work with him a little bit in preparation. I think that it's taken about a year for him to transition into the way that we look at things in terms of how you feel the game. Soft hands, soft slowly, making some good adjustments to what you're fencing, and he really pulled through. And then he was able to follow Dean's directions quite well and was able to make the transition. Didn't let the pressure come to him, and that's a huge mark in terms of himself, because otherwise he'd get like a little too upset and start charging at people instead of like he was able to keep it in. The pressure comes on, slowly keep the pressure for what he needed to do, keep his mental mind together, and I'm very proud of him.
So just from looking at it the other side, what did you see Yuki doing?
Yuki's doing what he does. He's not going to change, okay? He's like, going to fence for another year, and then pretty much that's going to be it. So he's just going to do what he does, and he does it really well. So you have to be able to deal with that and then be able to adjust to the situations.
And what is that? What is that for the audience that doesn't understand?
He uses his speed and tempo and change, and when he takes the blade and comes at you, he gets the distance, bam, bam, he's going to hit you. So in terms of James's approach, you couldn't let him come at him. So he had to start at him. But he needs to start slowly, because if you start too fast, then Yuki's got that speed. Bam, comes out with a fast counterattack. And I was like, or the fast pair riposte. It's like, whoa, what happened here? But instead he was able to slow, find the tempo, and then the soft hands for the touch.
Give us a quick outlook. Today wasn't the best day for the U.S. team, but great fencing all day, and it was the strength of this field was really, really impressive. What are your thoughts on today?
Yeah, this is it. This is the Olympic year, men's foil, this is all happening. So this is where it's all at. Unfortunately, the U.S. team didn't do well. We had a lot of close matches. We lost several close matches. And the reality is I'm really looking forward to the team event. I think we're looking for redemption. But I think that, in terms of race the situation, he kind of fell back a little too much and had to dig down and pull it up in the first match against Aspromonte, and then come back again. Sometimes when you go to the well too much, it kind of sometimes the little misses here and there makes a difference. In Alexander's case, he's same thing. He kind of didn't get into the flow because it was his first match, didn't kind of get all that's happening, and unfortunately, and his opponent actually was fencing really well. Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that he got injured, actually, he would have it was a very close match with him and James actually in the quarterfinals.
And that was a nice result. As an Algerian fencer,
well, he's really French. Let's be honest. French with an Algerian passport. Right? So let's clarify.
But the representation is nice to see.
I know. And then of course, and Miles, unfortunately, Simon wasn't able to be here to kind of keep him calm and so on and so forth, and made a difference for him. It's something he's going to have to work through because Simon is, has a little health issues and his wife had some issues. So it was a little difficulty. So, he's going to have to something he's going to have to adjust to and to be able to go as the season goes through. So I think those three guys, David had a tough match, kind of like let the intensity get to him a little bit. And that's kind of where some of our top guns. We had some of the young guys actually, like Nolan Scruggs, really did a great job.
That was really impressive.
Really had a huge comeback. Just a little minor, just missed at the end. Otherwise, it would have been tremendous from like 14-10 to 14-14. And and Jerry Chang still it was in the hunt there for a little bit, and Nabul Bravo, and et cetera, et cetera. So we had 8 people in the 64, and I think that shows a little bit more about the depth of U.S. fencing. In the past, maybe we'd have like 4 people in the second day. Now we're getting 8 people, and that's what's great about having it here in America, because we're able to have a larger group of people, like more than 30 Americans, were able to fence in this tournament. And that makes a great opportunity for our younger fencers, or the fencers who don't get a chance to see and participate in this high-level, world-class competition.
Yeah, and I think that, to that point, that's a big part of our whole development program.
Yeah, and that's a very smart thing to do. U.S. Fencing doing a really good job with that. I think really trying to make sure that we keep the international game here, and so we have more of a visual. It's not just also the fencers. Look at all the coaches who are here. Look at what they see, who never get a chance to go to these World Cups, say to Shanghai or to Paris or whatever the heck it happens to be, or Havana, whatever it is. They get to see it here, and that gives them like good ideas. They go back to the club, they work on what's going on, and that's a huge part in terms of developmental. I think it's a really smart thing for U.S. Fencing to have these World Cups here.
And what do you think about all the kids? I mean,
kids are doing great. Kids are really happening. Like I said, we have a tough group because we got a top 4 guys are so tough. I mean, it's unbelievable. And then after that, then you have a next group of guys who are like fighting and doing well, and then even younger ones who are like really, sort of slowly making up the rounds and seeing what's happening and what they need to do to step up to the plate.
And all the little kids. That's sort of, what I have enjoyed most is seeing the little kids out here able to come in, get autographs.
Right.
We were at the thing last night, and young man Grayson was there, and he's like, is Race going to be here?
Right,
I'm going to get his autograph. And at the end of it, not only did he get his autograph, Race gave him his hat.
Right.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that,
Well, that's what also I think a lot of, the social media, well, people participating and people coming on that. And I think that's a great thing for all these guys to see, and the young kids really are a part of that. And I think we're looking forward to good things. Anyway, I got to go right now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
good
you,
luck
Greg.
with
Thanks
your
for joining
activities.
us.
Thank you, Doris. You're doing a great job as always.
Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, Doris. Got to have your coach.
Yeah.
and your brother's coach. So with Garrick Meinhardt started the day off and fire, but he hurt his hamstring in the first bout.
Yeah.
He made it through to the 16, the last match against Jinfei Ma. That was a tough one because, it's not like
he moves really well, and for someone to be injured and going into a bout with like a Chinese guy who moves so fluidly and so much, and also you have to be able to reach him. So it was tough to be injured in that bout.
Well, and Ma just won the World Cup 2 years ago, so
no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. But he did I would say that after he figured out what he could do, if it hadn't been for the fact that he ran out of time, he still might have pulled that off.
I agree.
And that also gave you an idea how dangerous he's going to be once he's back up to 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah. He fenced really well, and hopefully this tournament is, in no way discouraging because of his injury, because he fenced so smart considering, and really kind of played it really smart in the fact that he worked patiently to get into distance in the first part of the bout and made sure he didn't have to totally overextend himself. So overall it was good. I know he's going to pull out some other great results later this year. So.
And now we're going to have your brother will be fencing in the team event. He's, that's the one advantage that we have with the depth of field, and and David has been just a solid fifth. So many of the results for our team results have been because of him, and the fact that he's able to just step in and just be a top performer. So.
Definitely, yeah. We've got a really strong group of guys. Even I would say the top 8 are doing great, and it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to come up in the next match. This is the final part. This is for the gold medal. It will be Mr. James Andrew Davis and Tamura Saffin Both of these guys are fencing so well. My expectation is that it's going to be just really, really tight. It'll be a little different than the previous match because there was just so obvious, differences. Saffin, in some ways, has a little bit of Oda's just quick, very defensive
Precise
capability.
movements, yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think James will definitely bring the movement in this bout.
So we're going to go to, excuse me, Doris, but we're going to go to, once again, talking about the text to donate. Text fencing 41444. Make a donation to USA Fencing. Please support the team. We're on our way to Rio, as you've seen. We have great performers, but we need all the help you get. Very simple. Just put in your text box 41444. Type fencing. It'll take you to the app. Donate whatever your heart desires and whatever you can afford to give, and we appreciate the support. And
Definitely, yeah, much appreciated from this side too. I can tell you that everything is helpful and it's going to a good cause.
And as an athlete, you've been there. You know how hard it is to make this final road, as we say, into Rio.
Yeah, and every single support matters, whether that's monetary donations, the support of the people here. All of it really brings the level up.
So I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No,
you were
no
talking
problem.
about Mr. Saffin and what the encounter we're getting ready to see.
Yeah. No, I definitely think James is going to bring the movement, and I think that it'll be interesting to see the adjustment on Saffin's end, to have to move a little bit more and adjust to sort of a larger and longer game.
Yeah. And also with James, this guy, he has a little bit more reach than Yuki does.
Yes.
But at the same time, he has a lot of some of that explosive foot speed. So it'll be an interesting matchup. I think we're waiting for Mr. Davis to take the stage. He gets his 10 minutes to recover. In some ways, you can look at it. James is either still hot and has, had enough time to get his win back, or, Tamura's rested and ready to, say, hey, I'm the guy. So
yeah, I think in this case, this is going to be good for James, just to be warm and ready.
You see him, he's right in front of us. We just saw him take off the headphones. And that shot that you just saw with the gentleman smiling with the pink tie, that's Vitaly Logvin. He is the new president of the Pan American Confederation. Right next to him was Gary Liu. He is the president of Absolute Fencing Gear, the largest sponsor for USA Fencing, as you can see right on the coaching box. Really has been a great partner for USA Fencing, making a lot of what the growth that we've been able to have in our sport possible. For those of you who are watching, looking for a club, go to usafencing.org. Find a club in your region. We are a great national organization. Please, if you have children or students, or if you're like me, I'm a vet fencer. I still fence. Come out, be a part of it. It's a great workout. It's a lot of fun, and love to have you be part of our community. So once again, you've got James Davis, lefty, 24 years old. World rankings currently 14. He's fencing, on the stage right now. He's also, a European champion, and he trains here. We got Mr. Saffin, right-handed, 23 years old, so they're close in age. Ranking at this point matters absolutely not, because he's been a bronze medalist in the senior worlds, and these guys should be very evenly matched. Mr. Saffin tries to take the blade and hit off target. Got Mr. Florin Georgi, great referee. Direct attack from Mr. Saffin arrives. Draws first blood in this encounter. He draws the second blood direct. Mr. Davis wants to see if his point is working to make sure. It is.
Yeah, I think Saffin's trying to play it pretty close, getting in distance and making sure he's in his most comfortable distance versus James's.
Well, that would make sense. That gives him the advantage. And he's doing it quite well. You know, that's the problem. If having beaten someone like Yuki Oda, James has got to get this energy back up very quickly. And he also, and his feet are not moving as fast as they were in the last encounter. He's a little slower. He's going for the video. He's saying, you know, why was that not a direct attack? I don't know what he saw. How about you, Doris?
I did feel like he stopped, but there was a moment where Saffin, I think, didn't really take advantage.
Well, that looked like a good. Here we go again. This is the final. Oh, that looks.
Yeah, I think it's James's.
Yeah, I think it. I think
he doesn't take over soon enough.
No. I mean, I think there's enough break there that he should be given the right. I mean, to redouble at that point.
There we go.
Right. Right, exactly. He said because you didn't start the attack when you had the chance to. Important touch. He needed to get on the board then.
Beautiful, beautiful counter time touch.
You know, it's interesting, and that's why replay is so important. Because he was able to do that, now he can get back in, has the confidence. Well, that was an interesting call because, once again, he gave James the attack again, even though he didn't get his point on, to tell him that he's seeing the action.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Yeah, he thought he had it.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow. Great distance. Made it so easy for him to just pick it up and hit. And Saffin's so good at that. Just picks that time and explodes.
Definitely. And he covers a surprisingly large amount of distance.
And James isn't pulling quite as much as he needs. Said the repost was good. James is just missing with the point now.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be giving any more of those away.
Come on, take your time.
Heard his coach just saying, take your time.
Yeah, Saffin is continually closing the distance, which is smart for him. He wants to stay in close because James is much stronger in a bigger distance. So it'll be good for James to try to open up the distance, I think.
I think the most important thing that James is going to have to do is get his feet moving immediately. As soon as Saffin starts moving, he's got to be
He's got to be ready.
Yep. Wow. He's cat-like with that attack. He gave him the reprise of the attack. Says he started. James didn't react fast enough.
He got a split second ahead of him. So this is where it'll be really important for him to calm down.
Yeah.
Take his time.
Can
really
he get his
figure
head
things
back
out.
in the game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep. And you know, a touch like that is just so important just to get you refocused, believing you can do this. That was the one thing he did not want to do. Let him get.
Yeah. I think also, I mean, he's in this game that's a little bit still, and that plays to Saffin's strength, so he's got to move. There we go.
Right. Exactly. He's got to move. He's got to be aggressive, but he's got to control the distance and not rush. The right idea and the right tempo.
Still, the distance is a little close. I really think he needs to open up that distance.
Yep.
Nice touch. There we go.
You must be listening to you, Doris. Now this next touch is really critical. That was exactly what he didn't want.
Oh no.
Wow. He needs to change weapons for a couple of reasons. One, he may not like the way that one feels, but this is really a point where if he can mentally adjust, and we're talking, what, 2 inches? I mean, that's really, you know, if that much, so that he's not getting hit with that same action.
Yeah, it's good to stop the momentum. I mean, that was a good too many touches on the other side, so.
That's better distance.
I think if he starts the attack a little bit slower and finishes fast, he's got it. There we go.
Right. Right.
There we go.
That's using his length again.
That's exactly
what
he
he's got to do.
That's the distance he wants to be in, and that's the speed
tempo.
he should be going at. Yeah.
Too fast.
That was risky. Yeah.
Just too fast.
It was definitely a little fast.
He got let his feet get ahead of his blade.
And he cannot be making any more mistakes like that.
He has no opportunities to be caught flat-footed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not over, but it's getting very close, unfortunately, for Mr.
I'm so
Davis.
nervous. Oh, shoot.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our World Cup champion from San Jose, Mr. Tamir Saffin.
Beautiful
our silver
fencing.
medalist, James Andrew Davis. And it's been a very, very good competition. Very good competition. So, thoughts, Doris?
It was a great bout. I mean, Saffin fenced so well. In both bouts, he was so controlled, minimal mistakes. I mean, he barely hit off target. Everything was super controlled, and he, I think, went in with a strategy that was staying close and, you know, make sure his footwork was solid, and it worked very, very nicely. And I think a lot of it, too, is James being able to stay calm under the pressure, and if he had been able to sort of think a little bit more clearly about how he wanted to approach his attack, he would have gotten a lot more of those. But it's a learning experience. I mean, they're both pretty young, and I think they have a lot of time. And when James looks back at this bout, he's gonna know exactly what to fix and be able to come back stronger.
We just had Doug Finley come by, and who's one of the referees. Yeah, I think that Mr. Saffin, he just fenced very well. And I'm happy to see that. When I see a fencer fence at that level, that consistently, you know, all you can say is congratulations and job well done.
Yeah, great
well
fencing.
Done, you know. And James Davis had a great result. Had he just been able to do the things that you just said as far as the control, you see Ilgar Mamedov in Russia. He runs the Russian Fencing Federation. You know, I want to give out my condolences to the Russian Fencing Federation for Mihai Burtsev's passing yesterday. One of the great saber fencers from that country was fencing during my time. And, you know, a great loss. He was like a year older than I am. So our condolences from the U.S. to all of the Russian Fencing Federation, as well as the saber community's loss. You see in the middle down there on the right, the light blue jacket, you've got George Pokasov. He was a teammate, also an Olympic champion. So it's a nice, I think the Russians are very happy today with their results.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be wrapping. We'll be going to the medal ceremonies. They're going to be setting up. We'll probably be seeing that. I'm sure the cameras will stay live so you can see the ceremony. But we're going to be signing off. I'm going to give Doris a chance to say anything else you want to add as far as today in our broadcast, Doris?
Yeah, I mean, thanks to everyone tuning in. It's so exciting, again, to be having this competition here and letting everyone in the local area kind of see what's happening in international fencing. And as always, just really strong performances from the guys. Love watching it, and so glad to be here.
Well, thank you, Doris. We're going to go back and one more time. For those of you who may not have been able to get all that information at the same time, text fencing to 41444. Just go to your text message, put 4144 in, type fencing. It'll take you to the link, and any support that we get from our audience, and for those who are the fans of fencing and want to see, the great results that we can have. We had great results in Moscow. We want to continue that on into Rio. So for Doris Willett, I'm Don Anthony, and we're going to be signing off. Stay tuned for the medal ceremony, and we'll be back from the U.S. In another 6 weeks from Boston for the men's and women's Sabre Grand Prix. Look forward to seeing everybody then.
Thank you.
AJ. Yeah. I think I'm gonna move.
2015 San Jose Men's World Cup foil medalists. Please welcome our presenters. Tonight, Executive Committee member of the FIE, Vitaly Logvin, will present medals. Assisting him, the President of USA Fencing, Donald Anthony. And sponsor of the event, representing Absolute Fencing Gear, Gary Lou. In no particular order, please welcome our bronze medalists. First, from France, Kadoo. Also receiving the bronze medal this evening from Japan, Ota Yuki. Next, welcome our silver medalist, representing Great Britain, James Andrew Davis. And ladies and gentlemen, our champion from Russia, Saffin. Champion, San Jose World Cup Men's Foil 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem of Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending, and please come back tomorrow for more exciting foil fencing when the team competition takes place. Thank you very much.